Welcome, cycling fans. I want to show you a little bit of the process on how to get a PR. We're gonna watch the stats together, and then take a look at how I wrote my PR and what I focus on while writing my PR on this climb. So you can see here we have the numbers I did on last Sunday, yesterday. I did 8:48, which with a 22.3 kilometer average, and my PR before that was 9 minutes and 8 seconds, which I did a month ago. But basically, my PR that I wanted to beat was from last year, 2024. I was doing 9 minutes and 12 seconds, so I already beat it, but I wanted to beat it with a much better time. And this is what I managed to do. So here we have the power output, which is 354 watts for 8 minutes and 48 seconds, so about 9 minutes power output. So how good is it compared to you? Do you manage to hold 350 watts for about 9 to 10 minutes? And here we have it, the power and the vertical ascension meters, which is not very good. Of course, like the good people, the pros and stuff, they read at least 1200, 1500 or more vertical ascension meters. So if you transform this 354 watts into watts per kilo, then it's only a little bit more than 3.5 watts per kilo, which is not very good at all. But imagine if I went down to like 60 kilos, then this would be almost 6 watt per kilo, and then I would be destroying this climb. This climb has a length of 3.27 kilometers and a vertical ascension of 125. And the best time on it overall is 5 minutes, about 5 minutes, Helder shotgun. This guy is from a local pro club. From here, I haven't seen him yet, but I've seen some of his colleagues. And this guy is doing 38 Ks up the hill. Incredible. Yeah, but if I can do like 7 minutes, I don't know, 7 minutes would be like very good. That's why I'm training hard to get there. So with no further ado, I want to show you how I managed on the climb. Here we go. So cycling fans, here we are with the footage. The timer has started actually, and now we're on the climb. It's about to be a very hard 8 minutes, 8:48 minutes, where I have to give it all. I have to push as hard as I can. I try not to blow out in the beginning, so I try not to go over 400 watts. Otherwise, I can't feel my legs in the end. I can't push as hard anymore. So I try to go good pace, like 350 watts, maybe 380, like you can see here. I don't try to go over 400 in the beginning, so I can still have a little bit power left for the end and to push in the end, which is, I think, more crucial than in the beginning. So here we are. I only have on my Brighton showing the power and the cadence, because those two numbers are the most important numbers. Just the power, because I want to hold about a certain number of watts. I want to hold about 350 watts. So I have to have the power numbers, and I want to hold a certain cadence. So I want to hold at least 90 cadence for this climb. So this is why I have exactly those two numbers showing on my Brighton. And I can scroll through the pages, and then I have the time and the kilometers and so on, but not for the TT. For the TT is only those two numbers which are crucial. Nothing else, no other distraction. So anytime I feel like I'm not pushing enough, I take a look down Am I still above 300, above 350? Am I doing what I want? I have the 3-second power average. This is what I have showing on my Brighton, and I'm not looking at the timer at all, because I know if I can hold the power, I can get a good time, regardless of looking at the timer. So basically, this comes down to luck also. So I have to have good weather. Like this day, there was no wind. Yes, I've done this climb many times before, and I couldn't break my PR. I was doing the same power numbers, like 350 watts, but I couldn't break the PR because I had headwind. So I was doing like 9 minutes and 30 seconds, something like that, and I wanted to break the 9 minute 10-second PR. So I was doing 20 seconds slower just because of the headwind. But now the weather got better, no headwind, so I can push as hard as I can. So this is the steeper part. You can see the gradient goes up a little bit, and this is where I usually push a little bit more because I want to keep my cadence high. I'm in my big ring, and in the back I'm in the 28 cog, and in the front I'm in the 46, and I don't want my cadence to drop below 90, so sometimes I have to push like around 400 watts just to keep the cadence. And very important also, I need to be well rested, so I was well rested on that day, which is very important, and I was well hydrated, very good hydrated. Even when it's hot, this climb was really hot. My head was burning in the end, so I get to go put my head under a fountain of water just to cool down. But my breathing was really good. I didn't have any burning sensation in the lungs, which I get sometimes when the effort becomes too hard. And also the burning in the legs wasn't that bad on this climb, so I was pretty carved up, I would say. I don't remember, what did I eat yesterday? No, I had like sandwiches, homemade bread with lettuce, and then I had a nap in the afternoon, so I was well rested. So the rest is really important. I had a nap, and after that I was like, okay, I gotta go and push some watts and get this PR. I'm hunting. I've been riding this climb 100 times. I think this is like time 104 or something like that. I have the local legend title, but yeah, I'm never gonna get a like KOM on this climb, I think. But I'm gonna get good numbers. I'm improving, and this is my local climb. It's called, for the locals here, N204 climb. Goes up to Aborim, Portugal. Die-hard fans will know. I don't know how many of you out there are watching my videos and doing this climb. Probably not that many. But yeah, I would like to. Sometimes I stop on the bottom of the climb and wait for other guys. Sometimes I wait for 15 minutes, half an hour, nobody comes. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ride the climb alone. No problem. This time I did so, and I got my PR because I like to get paced also, but I like to have like nice footage for you, filming other cyclists, because here you can only see like the road moving, which might be a little bit boring. So I put the numbers on. You can see I'm doing like 350 watts average. The speed, which is average of 22, so now I'm below average speed limit, speed average. Now you can see me, my shadow, pedaling, pushing to the limit, pumping the air through my lungs. This is basically the weight loss program protocol I'm doing. So the more you breathe, the more fat you burn. That's the theory behind it. So you need to burn like 3 kg of oxygen just to burn 1 kg of fat. That's the chemistry behind it. So if you know you have carbohydrates, you burn them, it turns into CO2 and water. So that's what we exhale. We exhale CO2 and water, and that's because it comes from the fat and sugar we're burning combined with the water. And this is the last part where I need to push even more. Sometimes I just give up here. I'm like, oh yeah, I pushed like for 37 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm like, I can't, I'm done. I've pushed too hard. I've gone like the first 3 minutes at 400 watts, which is a mistake. So this time I did well. I didn't look at my timer. I knew I would have like pretty decent time on this climb, and I was right in the end. I was beating my PR, which is pretty good for me, 8:48. I don't know how many guys can do like this good of time. Especially I'm at like 95 kg at the moment, so I lost about 8 kg compared to last year, and my PR improved about 30 seconds, almost 25 seconds. So you can see you lose the weight, you hold the same watts, and you get a PR. That's how it works. Still gotta push hard. So now it's a sprinting time, 600 watts, up to the finish line, which is the sign there. And you can see the time, 8:48 approximately. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.